Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a really great day trading today. So today was Monday, August 11th, and we are one day ahead of CPI inflation data, and we did what we often do ahead of data, which is return back to the 35 EMA. So starting with SPY today, we did open slightly up, and we pushed up a little bit, just short of all-time highs. We didn't get too far before pulling back to the 35 EMA, and we closed right at that level. SPX, we saw the same thing, a push up to start the day and then a return back to the 35 EMA. This is really common on days where we don't have data, but we're expecting data. And the top of the implied move was also all-time highs, so we didn't quite make it there. But we did retreat back to the 35 EMA. Remember that because we do see that move really often ahead of data. Then QQQ, we saw the same thing with the exception here. We actually made new all-time highs before retreating back to the 35 EMA. So in SPY, SPX, and QQQ, you see this wick in that final candle. It was that 35 EMA that caught us. And I didn't go over SPY here that we did close down 0.2%. SPX also down 0.25%. VIX up 7%. That is in preparation for CPI tomorrow, and we did close within the implied move here. And then in QQQ, we did close down 0.3%, VXN up 5.09%, and we did close within the implied move right at that 35 EMA. And really, when you look at this trading range, we only had two levels, all-time highs and the 35 EMA. Underneath it, we had an up gap, but within the actual implied move, it was just all-time highs, which we hit. We made new all-time highs, then came back to the 35 EMA. So not a difficult day today. IWM, we did see a move up to this 30-minute 200 moving average, 1 hour 200 moving average, which did cross under. That is actually a bearish signal. We saw that as resistance. We pulled back to the 35 EMA. So all four so far pulled back to the 35 EMA. It's often a good practice when we start the day to see where the 35 EMA is. You'd be surprised how often we close near that level no matter what happens during the day. So IWM closed flat today, down 0.02%. RVX up 4.5%, and we stayed within the implied move. So new bearish signal here, back to the 35 EMA. And lastly, we have DIA. DIA lost the 35 EMA today. We saw a small move up to start the day. You could see up here we also saw a cross of the 30-minute 200 moving average with the 1 hour. That is a bearish signal. We saw this 30-minute 200 as resistance last week. Today we didn't even reach it before losing that 35 EMA. We closed red. We closed right above this 50-day moving average, which we did bounce on here. This was 2 Fridays ago. And then we saw at the end of the week here, this was last Thursday, we stayed above it, but we're getting pretty close, possibly getting ready to retest that 50-day moving average, really dependent on data tomorrow. So if we lose that 50-day moving average, that is a big deal, and we're starting to pile on bearish signals on bigger time frames, so keep an eye open for that. Coming up next, I do have the trading ranges for tomorrow's CPI. That is for members only, and that is going to be up before CPI comes out tomorrow. So it's actually going to be probably up in about an hour. If you're not a member yet, if you want to get these trading ranges before we trade the day, make sure you join as a member. And if you made it this far in the video, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and as always, have fun, trade safe, make sure you take profits when you're up. I will see you guys all tomorrow night.